Yo, how you going? I hope you're having a good one. Anyways, in this video, I'm just going to talk about why you should use money as a tool. Because recently what I've been doing is I've been using money to invest. I've been using, fuck, I don't know what I'm going to say. Alright, so recently I've been trying to invest. I've been really investing in my money recently. So what I mean by that is that, you know when a lot of people say you should invest your money in the stock market and all of that, but what I learned is that the problem with investing your money in the stock market is you gotta have a lot of money in the first place. A lot of people say that, oh yeah, do compound interest, put $100 in the S&P 500. But the problem when you put money in the S&P 500, over time, yes, you will become a millionaire by the time you're 45. But it's gonna take a while. So in order to make money out of the stock market, you gotta have a lot of money in the first place. You gotta be rich in the first place. Because if you can shove 10 grand in the stock market all the time, then you'll make a lot of money. But since you don't have a lot of money, I think the best thing you should use your money is to invest in education, invest in yourself. Like recently what I do now is I use my money as a tool. Treat money as a tool. Use money as a tool to gain more opportunities. Such as you should use money to invest in education, such as invest in buying courses, buying books, mentorships, which that's recently what I've been doing. I've been using my money to buy online courses that's going to help me in the long run, or even use money to invest in communities. That's what I use my money for, because I learned that just use money as a tool. Because when you're young, right, you don't know anything, so you want to use that money to invest in education. Because what you want to do is you want to use your money to invest in particular skills that's going to help you in the long run. Skills that's going to help you, that's going to benefit you. Because the thing is that even let's say you lose all your money, right, the only thing you haven't lost is your skills. You can't lose your skills, right? The only way you can lose the skill is your skills if you die. That's the only way. But that's what I do. I use my money to invest in myself and help me gain more money. I'm trying to talk in front of the camera because I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think that's what you should do. Use money as a tool to invest. And second thing I want to talk about is that recently what I learned is that recently I decided to do DoorDash because alright, fuck, I don't know. Fuck. I'm trying to fucking talk. Hang on. Alright, anyway, let me just get back into it. So, recently I did DoorDash, right? Because the reason why I did DoorDash is because one, I have no fucking money. And two, I want to try it out. And what I learned from doing DoorDash is that you feel like a piece of shit when doing it. It feels very lonely. Now, when I was doing DoorDash, I actually felt kind of depressed when doing it. It actually felt sad doing it. Especially I was doing 6 o'clock and it was raining at night. Yeah, when I was doing DoorDash, it just felt really lonely. Now I kind of understand the position what a lot of these Indian drivers or Uber Eats drivers are like. Because I think a lot of them look depressed. Because it is depressing doing DoorDash actually. And what I learned is I realized I've been too spoiled to realize I've never been in that position before. So I decided to have a crack at doing DoorDash. And a lot of times it's a lot of driving around. For example, I remember there was this last order where I couldn't find the one of the person's houses. It was inside an apartment. And I was struggling. It's so much a hassle. It's just doing it. It's a lot of driving around, and it feels lonely as well doing it. It's people don't really, and you only get paid $10 per delivery. And also it's really worth doing it because most of the time the only problem when doing DoorDash is that the time. It's the time limit. For example, you're trading your time for money. Most of the time you have to think about getting to that place. And secondly, it's the petrol cost as well. So, and what I learned from doing DoorDash is that when I was learning from doing it, I realized fuck, there's got to be better ways how to make money. Because there's got to be a better way how to make money, in my opinion. And what I learned is that the thing why DoorDash pays you shit rates is because of the skill you earn. Because you're not providing anything to the market, right? The only thing you're providing is being a delivery man. That's legit. You gotta invest in your skill to earn more money. For example, the reason why engineers and software engineers earn a lot of money because it's a hard skill to learn. It's a skill that not many people can master. A lot of people don't learn this stuff. A lot of people think that, you go uni, get an education and you'll make a lot of money. No. If you want to earn more money, you gotta upgrade your skill. You gotta improve your skill of doing things that gives value to the market, such as, for example, like learning marketing, sales, or like storytelling, or business skills. Those skills will teach you how to make more money. Like for example, recently I want to get better at one, communicating, because communication is actually a skill to get better at. Because if you can communicate with your audience, or like communicate with like like your audience or like customers really well, it can actually help you build big relationships, which helps you make more money. Another skill to get better is sales. Sales is another form of skill how to get better at, because recently I want to try to get better at sales, such as like copywriting sales, or even like making this YouTube video. Even like making YouTube videos is a form of sales, because you're trying to convince other people to watch your YouTube videos. Or even making short form content is a form of sales, because like you're trying to convince other people to watch your Instagram reel or TikTok compared to other people's reel or TikTok. That's a form of sales. Even like when you like approaching a girl, even like that's a form of sales, because you got to sell yourself, because you're competing against 10 other fucking dudes, right? And you 10 other dudes, and you got to and you got competition. That's a form of sales, because you got to sell yourself to her. So even like when you're going for a job, that's a form of sales. Learn how to sell yourself. Why should the employer employ you to work? So in my opinion, use money as a tool to improve like a certain skill. That's why. So instead, invest in yourself. Invest in your education, and this can be a form of anything. Like, can be a form of I don't know about university. I don't know. It can be a form of universities. I feel like, in my opinion, universities are kind of like shit these days, because most people who go to university are going there for the wrong mindset. I feel like most people are going to the university for the degree and fuck off. But they're not actually going to university to learn something, or to educate something. You only go to uni if you actually need a degree, like such a doctor, lawyer, engineer, architecture, something on those lines. If you're going to uni for that, then go to uni. But if you're just going to uni just to like get the degree and fuck off, then no. I think you should just drop out uni. I feel like, in my opinion, work at a shit job and then run on the business on the side and learn a bunch of skills on the side. Like read a bunch of books that's going to help you improve a certain skill. Such as, I don't know, like watch YouTube videos on like, say videography, let's say. Watch YouTube videos on videography and then pick up your phone or camera and execute it, Even right now, I'm trying to learn the skill of how to improve my communication and how to get better at talking in front of camera. Or even just like having like a better conversation, and like understanding how to connect with people and how to build better relationships. That's a skill I've been trying to work on, even in front of this camera. Like it's something I'm kind of struggling. Like even at the beginning of the video, I was struggling to talk in front of the camera, because I'm not good at talking in front of the camera. Like, I think I struggle with is talking in front of the camera with knowing what I'm going to say. I kind of struggle with that. Because even like when I'm like meeting new people, I'm more like a listener. I normally ask questions about their life. But then when I ask questions about my life, I kind of struggle to like think how I'm going to express my feelings, or like express what I'm going to say, which is something I want to get better at doing, because it's a skill I'm trying to incorporate. Like recently I decided to read over How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I didn't reread the whole book. I just went on short form. This is not sponsored by short form, and then just read the summary of the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, just like as a reminder, because I want to get better at communicating with people. Even today, actually, speaking of today, even like people actually DM me about like one-on-one calls about like editing photos, like. They were actually asking me, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it. Because before, people were asking me, like, do you provide any, like, free mentorships and all of that? And at the time, I said no, because I was a fucking noob. But this is when I was going viral on Instagram. But now, since now I learned my mistakes, I should have said yes, I should have provided more. But yeah, now I might be wandering off, ranting about other things. I don't know what this video is even about. So, overall, use money as a tool to get you from A to B. So, use it as a tool. Don't be afraid to spend that money, because what is money is just an exchange of value. That's literally what money is. So use money to gain some sort of value out of it. So for example, if it helps you, let's say if you want to become, I don't know, run like some sort of personal branding business, use that money to who has actually achieved that type of life. or let's say you want to become like a travel videographer, buy like a course who's actually living the travel videography life. So yeah, anyways, I think that's the end of the video. Hope you learned something, and yeah, bye, see ya.